Let me ask you something that sounds simple, but isn't. The universe is expanding. You've heard that before. Galaxies are moving away from each other, space is stretching. Everything is getting further apart. Cool. But here's the question nobody asks enough. If the universe is expanding, what is it expanding into? Think about that properly. If something expands, it usually expands into something else. A balloon expands into the air around it. Smoke expands into a room. Water spreads across a surface. Expansion usually needs space around it. So when scientists say the universe is expanding into what? More space. But where is that space? Outside the universe. And if there's an outside, does that mean the universe isn't everything? This is where reality starts getting uncomfortable. Because according to cosmology, the universe isn't expanding into anything. There is no edge pushing into empty darkness. There is no outer wall. Space itself is expanding, not into something, just expanding. That sounds impossible. But stay with me. Imagine dots drawn on the surface of a balloon. When you inflate the balloon, the dots move away from each other. From the perspective of the dots, everything else is moving away. But the dots are not expanding into the rubber. They are part of the surface itself. The surface is stretching. Now remove the balloon from your mind. Remove the air around it. Remove the outside. That's closer to what's happening in our universe. There is no visible edge of the universe expanding into some giant cosmic room. There is no known outside. Space itself is stretching, which means galaxies aren't flying through space away from each other. Space between them is growing. Let that sink in. The distance between objects increases not because they are traveling fast through empty space, but because the fabric of space itself is expanding. That is deeply strange, because it means space is not nothing. It's something. It can stretch. It can grow. It can curve. And if space can stretch, that means reality itself is dynamic. Now here's where it gets even more unsettling. The expansion is accelerating. It's not slowing down. It's speeding up. Something is pushing the universe apart faster and faster. Scientists call it dark energy. And here's the honest part. We don't know what it is. Dark energy makes up most of the universe, and we don't know what it is. Imagine that. The majority of reality is something we cannot directly detect, cannot see, cannot touch, and do not understand. We just see its effect. Galaxies drifting apart faster over time. So not only is the universe expanding, it's accelerating into nothing, or into itself, or into something beyond our comprehension. And here's another twist. If the universe is expanding, that means in the past, it was smaller, denser, hotter. Go back far enough and everything was compressed into an extremely dense state. The Big Bang wasn't an explosion in space. It was the expansion of space itself. There was no center point where it exploded outward into emptiness. Every point expanded everywhere, which means the Big Bang didn't happen in one location. It happened everywhere. That should change how you picture it. There is no edge we can point to, no boundary we can travel to and look over, because the universe might not have an edge at all. It might be finite, but unbounded, like the surface of a sphere. You can travel forever without falling off, but you'll never find an edge. Now let's push this further. If space is expanding, then in the far future, galaxies will move so far apart that distant stars will disappear from view. Future civilizations, billions of years from now, might look at the sky and see almost nothing. They might not even know other galaxies ever existed. The universe could become dark and isolated. Eventually, stars burn out. Galaxies drift beyond observable reach, and the cosmos becomes cold and empty. This is called heat death. A universe stretched thin, energy spread out, no structure left, no light, just expansion. Continuing, and here's the strangest part. From inside the universe, expansion looks normal. But from a hypothetical outside perspective, if that even exists, the entire history of the universe might look like a growing shape in higher dimensional space. We don't know if there is an outside. We don't know if the universe is all that exists. There are theories about multiverses, about bubbles of universes forming in a larger cosmic field. If that's true, then our universe could be one bubble among many, expanding inside something far bigger. But that's still theory. And here's the reality right now. As you watch this, space between galaxies is stretching. The observable universe is about 93 billion light-years across, and growing, not because galaxies are racing outward through emptiness, but because emptiness itself is expanding, and you are inside it. You are in a universe that is getting bigger every second. You are in a cosmos where most of reality is invisible. You are in a structure that has no confirmed edge. And the wildest part, it all started from an incredibly dense state nearly 14 billion years ago. And since then, everything has been moving apart, which means every atom in your body was once closer to every other atom in the universe. Closer than you can imagine. All of existence, once compressed, now stretched across unimaginable distances. So when you look up at the night sky, you're not just seeing stars, you're seeing expansion frozen. In light, you're seeing galaxies drifting away on a fabric that never stops stretching. And maybe the most uncomfortable question of all is this: if the universe can expand, if space itself can grow, if reality is not static but dynamic, what does that say about the true nature of existence? Is the universe all there is? Or is it just one layer of something larger? Is expansion the beginning of something, or the fading of everything? We don't know. And that might be the most honest answer science has ever given. The universe is expanding. Not into something, not into nothing, just expanding. And you are inside it right now. This is Brain Shock. And reality is bigger than it looks.